to a brand new edition of The Quinn Spinn. I'm your host, The Quinn. At least that's how I'm known here on the program, and at this point, really nowhere else, 12 years into this journey together. And I'm back here on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and more for another rousing and riveting installment of the official podcast of Underground Music Collective. And you just heard Revel 9's All I've Become. That's been our opening theme song here at the Quinn Spinn since the great year of 2014, and it will be until the very end of days. And I'm joined by a very special guest who has a very special event coming up here as of release date this weekend in Nashville. We have Mandy Moon joining us, and there is a very exciting Alabama Shakes tribute taking place that you are spearheading at Acme Feed Seed this Saturday, October the 11th in town. But first of all, we're going to get to all that. We're going to learn more about you. Thank you for joining us.
Sure. Yeah, totally. Happy to be here.
So I ask every guest of the show to start us off 3 standard questions, and feel free to answer these however you'd like. Okay. Those 3 questions are, in your own words, who are you? What are your passions? And why on earth would you want to come on the Quinn Spinn?
Who am I? I'm just a musician here in Nashville, Tennessee. My name is Mandy Moon, and I'm a soul, R&B, genre fluid singer-songwriter here. What was the second question?
What are your passions?
Thank you. I blacked out. I'm under pressure. My passions are, of course, music, singing things that I love doing, and I also enjoy a nice long walk on some of these trails in Nashville. That's a short summary for you, but I am totally botching this, but yes.
No. Hey, there's no way to botch it. It's whatever it is. Whatever it is.
If it feels good, I want to do it, okay?
Yeah, just let the spirit take you wherever.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So why on earth would you want to come on this show of all the shows?
Because you're awesome, Gerard.
Why, thank you.
And I love UMC, so.
Why, thanks.
I love it all. Yeah, and I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. Yeah.
All right. Well, we do what we can, and we're very excited to have you here. I'm very excited to learn more about this special event. But first, I want to give the people a chance to learn more about you and your journey. So we all have, that origin story, right? Man. As far as what brought us to this creative life that we're pursuing for all of its ups and downs. And so I want to know about the people, the places, the experiences, of course, the musical influences that have informed and lit the way on your creative path.
Yeah. Well, so much. Like, I believe, like, art is derivative of everything and everyone, right? And it's hard to say I have one central inspired person, but what really inspired me growing up, especially overseas, was a lot of Motown records, The Temptations, Aretha Franklin, Al Green. Loved all of his records, the White Album. That's one of my favorite soul albums of all time. I mean, if we want to talk direct inspiration, I love Al Green. Not the Al Green that everyone knows, but the Al Green B-sides, weird shit, not just love and happiness. As somebody who started singing and finding all these different singers like divas, not to give away my millennial age, but I loved listening to Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey and Celine Dion on tape. And it was just absorbing music and sound from my parents growing up. And I will say they had very good taste. For I call them very non-musician musicians, they had great taste. All the way down to the Beatles, all the way down to Johnny Cash. So listening to all these American artists and also UK artists growing up, like, really, really inspired me. Like, wow, if they can do it, I can do it too. And seeing different faces and different types of people making music. You
mentioned spending time overseas growing up.
Yeah.
So where did you spend time overseas?
Oh, yes. I was born in Bangkok, Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like over there. Over there till I was about 7 or 8. So America really reaches far, has very far hands in the music industry. And I really, again, just always grateful to be around great tunes, great taste. With my family, yeah.
And so it set you up well, of course, for everything that you're doing now. So let's talk about that process of coming to the U.S., coming to Nashville specifically.
Sure.
And really diving into music as a creative journey and as a career path for yourself. What prompted that? Was it a particular moment, or did you kind of gradually come to the realization that like this is what I'm meant to do?
Yeah, if we want to talk about like origin story, like video game, it really just started simply by just enjoying how singing made me feel. It was like therapeutic. It was fun. I also did a lot of choir growing up, like children's choirs. After I moved from overseas, which I won't bore you with all the details and all the laser point locations I've lived in my life, but New Orleans was a very, very big, heavy influence as well. Not just the records and the music my parents shared with me as a child, but being able to be a part of historical places and people and choirs, and actually listening to gospel for the first time, like from a non-secular perspective, was really, really inspiring. Like, and yeah, it was a very natural thing I wanted to do. I didn't really think how I'm going to make money. How am I going to do all these other logistical, grown decisions? I just was like, I really enjoy doing this, and I'm just going to keep doing it because it feels good. It's very simple. Simple thought.
And speaking of New Orleans, what a great place to be able to immerse yourself in not only the music, but the culture around it. Great music. I discovered jazz growing up there. So that's a huge, huge influence. And yeah, I mean, I was just constantly involved in little small things, from singing at state fairs to choir performances, and just was always around it. I learned guitar. I self-taught guitar at 15, took a couple lessons with people that I did for a while, but majority of my career has been self-taught and just maybe picking up some sessions with some of my favorite players as I've gotten older, you know, having those like, have those sessions with people that I really am inspired by, that I want to play like. But yeah, it's just been a very, very organic, very freeing process. Yeah. So how'd you end up here in Nashville?
Well, after New Orleans, I was in Florida, South Florida, around the West Palm Beach area for about 12 years. And I went to college there. I met some of the best musicians I still think of to date, you know, and I was in my project, Mandy Moon. There, I had a band from what year? It's been a while. We'll just say for quite some time. My timeline is botched at the moment, guys. What year am I? Who am I right now?
It's okay. My 20th high school reunion was yesterday.
Ouch.
As of recording. So, yeah. No,
oh my goodness.
I'm feeling that, you know, my knees.
Yeah, I was going to say mine too.
Yeah. It's like standing up and walking for a while.
I know. Yeah, I mean, Florida. Like, I went from New Orleans to Florida, which is a weird switch, but also I was really grateful for the opportunity. Music wasn't like my first choice as a career. I just thought it was just something I just liked doing. And then I made my first $50 bill in my first brewery bar gig by myself. My friend who was hosting the event knocked on my door. I'll never forget this. This was like 2010. And he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "Are you up right now?" It's like, by the way, it's like in the afternoon. And I should have probably been in class.
Yeah. Are you up right now?
Yeah. And he's like, "Mandy," he goes, "I forgot to give you your money last night." I was like, "What money? What are you talking about?" And he goes, "You made $50 last night. I wanted to pay you." And I was like, "Oh, dude, that's so sweet." And like, it just kind of opened up the door of like, wow, people actually pay me to do this stuff. It's very like animalistic and very, very silly of me to think about. But I'm like, wow, this is something that I can actually make money from. Yeah.
And so here you are now on the path to continuing to build your career as well. And along the way, you've met some amazing people, including our friend Chelcie Jette, who
love her.
You're working together with on coordinating this Alabama Shakes tribute at Acme Feed Seed. So how did you and Chelcie become involved?
Sure. Chelcie and I have known each other for several years. I mean, just from the community, just from singing together. We actually wrote together as well. We have some really funky B-sided stuff that we've written together. And it's really that simple. We met each other in the community and we became friends. And she's one of the few and many people that I trust. And that's why she was a great fit to be a part of this whole event that we're doing.
Yeah. So one question that, you know, we talked about offline and I want to make sure we highlight here. Why Alabama Shakes?
Oh, man. We're going back to lots of origin questions, yeah?
We go deep here.
Woo! I remember, so if we want to spin back to New Orleans, I remember being in New Orleans, sitting in our shotgun apartment at the time with my parents, and I was I think 8th grade, going into ninth grade. Woo! Long time ago, and I remember hearing Alabama Shakes for the first time on VH1 on TV, and I was like, who is this amazing band, and who is this person singing? I had absolutely no idea, and it was Brittany Howard. It was the first time I saw Brittany Howard. I remember hearing Hold On for the first time. They were doing one of those breakdown sessions on VH1, and they were talking about the song.
Yeah.
And I just was so glued in to that entire thing, and I just, as soon as that show ended, I went and I just spun their record. I don't even know what platform it was. It definitely wasn't Spotify.
Right.
It was something else,
Napster.
guys. Napster,
And then your computer ended up with a bunch of viruses.
Weird.
Funny how that happens, yeah.
And I have been in love with Alabama Shakes ever since. And the reason why Alabama Shakes for me is that to see a woman of color and also such a great guitarist, female guitarist, it was so inspiring at the time. As I was starting to learn music and adapt, kind of find my sound, and to have someone like Brittany Howard really kind of show us women that we can lead, and we can also write some pretty weird shit and really fun shit.
Yeah.
We don't have to write a certain way to appeal. It's just what they were doing was so ahead of their time, and I think Alabama Shakes has such a huge legacy, and it's ironic, and it's kind of fun that they're back together this year, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
So I take it as a sign of it was meant to be. I'm glad I waited to put on this event because it's been on the burner for 2 years. I've been talking about it. A lot of my close friends know about it. My partner knows about it. He goes, "When are you going to do it? When is it time?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't know." And a couple opportunities landed in my lap, and it just felt like the right moment and the right time to do it.
And the time is Saturday, October 11th.
That's
at
right.
Acme Feed Seed.
8 p.m., yes.
8 p.m., yeah. So there was a whole selection process because you've got a house band.
Yeah.
That is working hard on getting everything tight, and then you have a series of guest vocalists who will be appearing throughout the night. So
that's right.
Take us through that selection process. How did people have a chance to submit? How did you select them? How did the lineup come together?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you a little bit of notes on how we're gonna do this show too. So Alabama Shakes has 2 records, incredible records, right? That we're gonna do. We're gonna do Boys and Girls, and we're also gonna do Sound and Color. And I might have that album title wrong. I blacked out on the first one, but you can cut me. Don't be mad. But 2 records from start to finish, from their first album to their second. And the selection process of the band was really very simple. We wanted to make the band very inclusive with a combination of BIPOC artists, people from different backgrounds, identities, different bands, different styles, and also women. Lots of female identifying, men as well, of course. They're very important too.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. But
I'm important.
To personify and to maintain Brittany Howard's legacy, we wanted to include a lot of women in the band. And that's how we selected, but we also chose people that were the right fit, that had the ability to learn these songs. I think there's about 26 songs. Yeah, so it's about 1.5 hours, 2 hours of music.
Yeah, it's a lot to learn.
Yeah, but, I know I'm in a city filled with musicians, and some of us end up playing 40, 50 songs in a night. You know what I mean? So
including some on the fly that you have to learn right then and there because somebody just paid you $100.
Well, Nashville forces you to get really comfortable, dig real deep for that $20 bill. In regards to the vocalist, it was very simple. We just really did a very organic outreach, also with UMC, with Hugh Gerard, and also just asking friends in our community, people that I've never met before, and also people in my AAPI community, and folks that I've never met before. It was very, very important to me to connect with people that I've never seen before, I've never heard before. It wasn't just calling my friends, because a lot of these types of events, sometimes it's about calling people that we just know are comfortable with, and I really, really stretched that call list to find people that I've never heard or seen before. And I'm very excited to bring some of Nashville's best vocalists, to me, and also some of Nashville's vocalists that have not been heard before on Broadway, because Acme Feed Seed also is one of my favorite places to sing and play. Like, I love that place. I've had the opportunities to do events there as well as a performer, and it's such a great stage. It's a great platform, and it's one of the oldest bars on Broadway, so it could be a better fit for the entire show.
It is a great venue, and if you've never been there before too, it's like one of the spots on Broadway that like has really maintained the soul of like old Nashville, old Broadway.
That's
like
right.
What that experience was, before, let's say, the past 5 to 7 years. I remember, even just moving to town the end of 2018, the first time I happened upon Broadway, it looked totally different than it does now.
Yeah.
Totally different. Like 5th and Broadway wasn't there. So Acme really like holding it down for like that old guard and that like traditional, like this is what people came to Nashville for.
That's right.
Are rooms like that, rooms like Tootsie's and Robert's, right? The ones that are, more steeped in tradition, and don't necessarily have a name attached to them. Nothing wrong with those places, by the way.
Right, nothing
like,
at all.
I love John Bon Jovi's,
That's fine. He's
Old
cool.
Red, that's a cool place too. Like, plenty of great spots, but there's something to be said about like the timelessness when you step into the older ones,
Yeah, and it's 3 floors, and we'll be on the bottom floor. So right when you walk in, like our vision is we want folks to be enjoying their time on Broadway, people that may have never been to Nashville before, who may have never experienced Acme for the first time, and we want them to be like, have that allure of wanting to step inside Acme and experience something that, they didn't experience all day, and hopefully bring more of our community out that may have never seen an Alabama Shake show too, like who just really want to enjoy the songs. It's really cathartic to be able to hear back these songs and to remember all the times that I needed these songs as an artist. So.
Yeah. Super important. And I think, too, it's also an opportunity for the artists, for the performers, for you, for Chelcie, for everybody involved in this to, like, meet a lot of new people.
Yeah.
Because it's still going to be busy season. It's going to be a Saturday night on Broadway. There's going to be tons of people from out of town as well.
That's
like,
right.
It's an amazing opportunity if you're performing or even if you're just in the industry and want to go down to just meet new people and talk to them, get their story, tell them yours, see how you can connect some dots. It's a great crossroads.
Yeah,
for this event.
And we want to make sure that we're highlighting like the artists that are on the stage too. Like Brittany Howard's songs and Alabama Shake songs are important, but we wanted to make this a full rounded like event of really talking about who these artists are, what their next like step is, what they're promoting, because that's exciting. We do this because we love it, but we also do it because we want to like expand and connect with as many people as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what is something that the process has taught you in putting this show together?
Well, sponsorships are really hard. And what I've learned is that my network is really tight, and the relationships that I've built in the past like 9 years, going on 10 now, so that's how long I've been here, have really helped leverage us to get into this position for this show, like in a positive way.
Yeah.
And people welcome it. They're excited about it. People in our community are excited about it, which makes me excited. But yeah, there's for me, like, especially as an artist, like I definitely feel a sense of nervousness about it too. It's like stepping up, like what you're gonna do for that night. What you're gonna sing, what you're gonna play, but that feeling of just like having the little jitters and the nervousness like never truly goes away. And for me, like I kind of live for that thrill in a way, in a strange way. Maybe you understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Like those moments that kind of like they're big moments and they feel big, but like there's such a gratification of like getting to experience them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm excited for it to just happen. And also like the process of getting this together has been months. It feels like it's been 2 years. Like I just told you off camera, like, and I said this to Chelcie the other day. I said, girl, I just want this show to be here. I'm just ready.
It's like, let's just do the thing. Yeah, because when did we start talking about? Like February? It was before I went to South.
It wasn't even spring yet.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was like early to mid-February.
Yeah. And
I'm like, okay, cool. I'm getting ready for South by in a few weeks. Let's revisit this. And then we revisited it in the spring and, we got things rolling with promo.
Yeah.
But you've been working on this for a long time.
Yeah. And I mean, the other thing that this is like this is very transparent. Like I originally wanted to put this show on with another production company / team that I was working with. And when I left the production company, the team, I was like, I don't want anything, you know, with us breaking ties, but I'm taking this show concept with me. Like, I'm taking the baby.
Yeah.
You can have everything else, but I'm taking this baby and I'm going to put this on by myself. And I'm so glad I did.
Yeah.
And it was time.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And there's something to be said for, like, you know, believing in that idea so much, you know, that you found a way here to make it happen.
Yeah.
And make it happen in the belly of the beast known as Broadway, no less.
Yes. Thank you to Acme and Preston Evans and their marketing team. They've been very wonderful.
They do a great job there, too. I've always been very impressed with what Acme does, you know, to highlight whatever it's involved in. I remember seeing them, you know, they had like a table set up at Americana Fest on the rooftop of the West End.
Yeah.
It was like a day party there. And Acme was there, like, doing the intros, broadcasting, everything. Like, they've always really, really been about it.
Yes.
You know, really been about
And their
supporting
local
music.
Love Tuesdays are still going. They've been doing that for so long.
Yeah, they do an awesome job. So Saturday, October 11th, 8 p.m., Acme Feed Seed here in Nashville. There's one way to catch it, and that is in person. And I have a couple questions about the future. First of all, the future of this concept.
Yeah.
Where do you see it going from here?
Oh, man. Well, I thrive on feedback from the community and people involved to shape that. For me, I do hope that we do this bigger and larger. You know, we envision potentially a venue like Third and Lindsley and more ticketed event, a larger sponsorship. I think every experience, like you live and you learn and you understand like what we need to do to elevate further.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully you'll join us when that time comes,
Yeah,
Gerard.
absolutely. Yeah. I, unfortunately, but fortunately, because it's my niece's Sweet 16 up in New Jersey, and I told her in March that I would be there. Unfortunately, I can't attend, but UMC is going to be in the house.
That counts.
Yep. My representatives will be there. Yes.
That works.
I'm bummed that I'm missing it, though, because it sounds like it's going to be a great night and a great reason to go to Broadway.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny, people that had to decline because they were on the road or they couldn't do it. And we know Saturday's a hot ticket night. And I know a lot of our buddies are like finishing up some runs or like, you know, I had to fight for that date too. I am not doing anything that day. So a lot of people are already saying, well, when you do this again, can you call me? And I'm like, guys, I'm just trying to get through the first the first show. So that makes me feel really good that people are excited about it and they're already talking about it in that way.
Yeah, and there's that interest, right? And like, you know, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with the details of I have to plan another one of these.
I'm gonna need a break after this, y'all.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful sign, you know, and a really a testament to the community that you're already building through this experience.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your music for a second and what the future holds for you as an artist.
Ooh.
So after the dust settles from October 11th, what can we expect from Mandy Moon going forward as we turn toward 2026?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe. Yeah, what have I done, right, in 2025? Honestly, I have some music that I need to finish up. And I was just thinking about it literally on the way over here. I need to go into my own personal planning, like artist planning. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Figuring out what that looks like, what my spring schedule looks like, and just organizing my gig calendar. Organizing what are my priorities, what I want to release first, et cetera, and so forth. So we're us artists are always planning in the winter. Yeah, that's just how it is.
And honestly, like I'm excited for that time too, like on our end, because this year has been it's been the best year of my life, the best year of UMC's life, and I'm very excited for everything here in October. However, I'm also very excited for November to get here.
Same.
Because now, like, we can start to turn that focus toward, you know, what's next from here.
Yeah. I mean, I literally was looking at my journal and a bunch of other songs that I really want to finish up, and I'm desperate to get in the studio. Yeah. Again.
All right. So maybe a crystal ball looking into 2026 for you all here on the
Yes. Spin. Yeah, that's all I got for you.
We're going to hold you to that, though. Something's coming in 2026.
Yeah, cool. Poke me in like 2 months.
Things will happen in that year.
Yep.
So one more very important question before we let people know where they can learn more. I ask this to every guest,
sure.
or at least try to remember to at the end of every episode. Yeah. If there's, and this is going to put you on the spot, but if there's one lesson that you've learned along your creative journey that is most instrumental that you would go back and teach your younger self when you were starting out, what would that lesson be?
Don't be so hard on yourself.
All right.
That's still a very hard lesson to.
Yeah.
Don't be so hard on yourself, and you are your biggest competitor. That's it.
It's you versus you.
Yeah. Like people, the other second one. This is a bonus one. There will always be someone who can sing it higher, who can play it faster, and who will do it faster than you. That doesn't make them any better than you.
Lean into who you are. Lean into who you are and what you do, and do that better than nobody else.
Yeah. That's it.
Better than anybody else, rather. That's what I meant. Grammar. I was an English major, believe it or not.
I was not.
I've been mentally like counting my grammatical errors in this episode, and I've had a few. I've just been like, oh, that was the wrong way to say that. So whatever.
Listen, I get it.
College was a long time ago.
I know.
15 years
Who
ago.
Who am I?
For me, I graduated 15 years ago.
Stop.
2010. Yeah.
Oh, that's about the same time as me. Yeah.
But no, I love it because like at the end of the day, like we just have to show up just a little bit better, than we were the day before. We just have to keep giving what we can give. And I think, what's really taught me this, and this is going to be strange, like the whole lean into who you are and what you do thing, karaoke. So every Saturday night, I go to Lowbar for karaoke. And it's been like at first it was like kind of a rebound from a previous situationship thing, like put myself back out there. But now I just really love going there and performing.
You're going to have to text me when you go now.
Yeah.
Look what you've done.
Every Saturday night, if I'm in town, I'm at Lowbar karaoke.
Mandy. WAD.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to announce this here because I've already decided it. There will be they do it on Wednesday nights too. There will be a Wednesday night in December. That's where we're doing our UMC holiday party.
Stop.
So you will get the invitation.
Oh, thank you. I love being invited to holiday parties.
Yeah.
If you need Christmas songs, I got you.
It's going to be very festive. I'm definitely singing Blue Christmas that night.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my faves.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good taste.
But it's taught me because everyone's getting up there, and like the singers are all over the map. You have some people that like are singers and that's just their night off and they're there. And then you have people who drank too much and it's their first time doing it. And it's everyone in between. And like, there are some people that I've seen and heard there who like aren't necessarily technically gifted singers, right? But the way they just get into it and perform and just lean in.
Yeah.
I forget what song it was last night as of recording, but like the two gals up there just leaned in and I was like, yes. It doesn't matter if they can sing. This is awesome. Like just seeing that, like just own it, feel it. Like that's what's gonna gravitate people toward you more so than talent is like, what are you putting forth and how are you putting it across?
It's so true. I mean, I think this could like go into a part 2 and part 3 conversation, but like, I think that's really what gets you to that fame status of having that personality and that ability to like reel people in.
Yeah.
I love talking to people in the crowd. Like I love crowd work and I love like vibing versus just going through a set. Like I realize it's much more fun, not just for me, but for also you.
Yeah. Yeah. I did that last night. I actually kind of had to win them over last night. I was doing Can't Hold Us by Macklemore and there was like, and which is like one of my staples, but like, and sometimes like the crowd really knows it. Sometimes they don't. This was a night where like not too many people knew it. And so like you had two big groups in the room at the time. You had this wedding party and then you had like this group of bros who kept yelling, "Free Tito!" And I don't know who Tito is, but I was just like, I just like observe Tito's, maybe Tito's vodka. I don't know. Maybe there's like a ban on it somewhere, and this is just my security background talking. When I'm in crowded spaces like that, especially by myself, like I just observe what's going on around me.
Of course you do.
The job's just ingrained in my soul, everything that I do at the Music Fest. And so I'm up there and I'm like, okay, like people are kind of being polite, but they don't really know this song. So like during that little instrumental break, I'm like, who's here with that wedding group? And they all cheer. I'm like, congratulations. By the way, do you know who Tito is? There's this Tito guy. Is that you guys? They're like, no, it's them. And they're like, yeah, free Tito over on this side. And I'm like, free Tito. And that like the rest of the way, they were more into the song because I worked them. Like,
that's right. That's right.
So it's very important to not just stand up there and recite, but like make them a part of it.
Make people laugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Be a comedian.
Make people laugh. Or just like show your humanity. That's the other thing too.
Yeah.
Show your humanity. Show it. Like, I mean, there was a song that I've played a lot on stage, but there's this one really difficult chord, and if I don't hit it right, then it feels like a tape delay in my brain, and I literally goes, y'all, this is a really hard chord. And I breathed and I kept going. It's just like showing the humanity of like being a person in entertainment is so important. Instead of like freaking out that it's wrong, I just kind of go, well.
Yeah.
Free Tito.
Free Tito. That might be the title of this episode. No, we have a show to promote. That can't be the title. It might be in parentheses at the bottom.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, the humanity thing, though, because there was one night at Lowbar. I've learned so much about myself at Lowbar and what it takes to, like, be a performer, seriously. Like, shout out to Jazz and everybody at Lowbar on Saturday nights, by the way. They do such a great job. And, like, Jazz, he's a DJ. He really does a great job of, like, creating an experience for people through it. Like there are certain like bits he comes back to throughout. Like the national anthem of Lowbar is Pink Pony Club every hour on the hour on Saturday night.
Of course it is.
So he just puts it up there and somebody's got to go up and sing it. And, you know, take off your hats and put your hand on your heart and sing along to the national anthem. But like Jazz has done such an amazing job, and I haven't told him this in person yet, but I am going to tag him in this clip when I put it out there, of creating such a nurturing environment for anyone who wants to get on the stage.
And safe. It sounds so safe.
Yeah. So even when I take a risk and decide to do Mambo number 5, it bombs, and then the cable falls out of my mic halfway through. It's like, it's okay. And that was a human moment where I was just like, well, that was a train wreck. Thanks for letting me try, everyone.
That's so great. That's like kind of what I live for live music, right? Yeah. That's what I live for.
Yeah.
I think that's like really what I pay for.
Yeah. And then the next week, Bye 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 is another one of my staples, full theatrics and all. And I'm like, well, and I go, like, I have the mic, and I go to Jazz, well, I got to make up for Mambo number 5 last week, so here we go. I'm going to give them I'm going to give the people what they want.
For sure. You know, my kryptonite is Umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or some Lady Gaga, like Bad Romance. Try to get the girls and ladies involved. Like,
You know, it's funny you mentioned that, because this wasn't a Lowbar thing. This was years ago in college. I used to do the Relay for Life at Westchester University.
Nice.
My friend was like the president of the Colleges Against Cancer chapter there. And so we'd go out there, you know, and we'd do relay. And there was Mr. and Mrs. Relay, but you had to dress as you had to gender swap clothes.
Nice.
So I think it was the 2010 relay there. We did Bad Romance. I had a 101-degree fever.
Ouchie.
I was wearing like this yellow sundress and I had like tassels in my hair. It was...
I'm going to need photos now. Thanks a lot.
They're on my old Facebook, which got deleted by Meta because stupid reasons. But I'm going to try to download all because there's so much history, including these photos there.
It's crazy.
And like, yeah, bring people into it. Bring people in with songs that they know, right? Like,
that's right.
Make them feel a part of the experience.
I hope at Alabama Shakes it's a sing-along because I'm going to be twerking on the side and like cheering everybody on that stage when I'm not singing. And I will be singing too at the show. I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
But either way, like for me, it's just a full circle moment. It's just really enjoying all the songs together. That's really what it's about. Yeah.
Go on down there and twerk as well. Saturday, October 11th, 8 p.m., Acme Feed and Seed. Do it. Where can we learn more?
Where can we learn more? You can follow me at Mandy Moon Music and Rhythm and Moon Music.
And of course, it's on the events calendar at umcworldwide.com.
And Gerard, over there.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's a good time.
I almost forgot how to close the show.
Yeah.
Like, my brain just kind of like...
Free Tito!
Yeah. Free Tito. This has been the Quinn Spinn. 2 N's and Quinn, 2 N's and Spin. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and more. Also... on the socials at Quinn Spinn Official on Instagram, as well as the Quinn Spinn on Facebook. That is our original
nice
social media handle in the entire underground music collective universe, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Dating back 12 plus years. Also, umcworldwide.com, as I mentioned, that's our central hub for all things independent music, creativity, community, and more. Learn more about this show and more events and happenings and all the things going on here in Nashville and beyond, including at the end of this month in New Orleans, NOLA Music Con. We have partnered with them on the official showcases, the Crescent City Crossroads.
Wow.
NOLA Music Con after hours. We've got some of our underdogs coming from Nashville and beyond. We've got some NOLA locals. It's going to be a great time.
Jealous.
If you're around New Orleans, Halloween week, October 28th and 29th are those showcases, 28th to the 30th, the conference itself. If you want to learn more about all those things and me, if you're so inclined, at Gerard Longo 12, GerardLongo 12 on Instagram. Lots of good stuff there. And, you know, I like to bring the humor and the Limp Bizkit posts to my Instagram story. I'm so excited. They got a new single out. The Biscuit's back. It was number 1 on multiple Billboard charts.
That guy.
Biscuit is back.
That guy.
It is the second golden age of butt rock. Learn to love it. And also, the one thing I will ask Jazz to do at Lowbar is to lift the Creed ban. Repeal the Creed ban. We need Creed.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You gotta let them do Creed.
That's my only gripe.
Let them do it.
That's my only gripe is the Creed ban, but I love Lowbar Karaoke. It gets a 9.9 out of 10. It'll be a 10 if we repeal the Creed
Come
ban.
on, Jazz.
Anyway, not to call you out. Revel 9's All I've Become going to take us out like it brought us in. Grab some muffins on the way out.
I'm alive.